Hey everybody! Now we're on! Hey everybody, this is Whisk and Bourbon Society. We're back again. Sorry we were laughing. We were having some bloopers before this aired here. We have with us tonight
Leslie right here.
Got Keith.
Kevin.
To be named in the future.
Drunk Uncle Mike.
Drunkles.
Today we're doing a tasting of the William HeavenHill 5th edition. It is a 14-year Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey. It is distillery only bottle. It is released in HeavenHill Distillery at the Bourbon Heritage Center, which we will be visiting in a couple months. By the way, these two here are getting married at a distillery at Buffalo Trace Distillery, which is going to be really cool. Next to the Pappy.
Oh, yeah.
Next to the Pappy in the Rick House. We're going to make a day out of it.
Yeah.
So this bourbon is actually 14 years old. It is 115 proof. It's a barrel proof offering. It was barreled on 2/6 of 2003 and bottled on 7/11/2017. The mash bill on this is
75% corn, 13 rye, and 12 malt barley.
Okay.
If I can speak.
All right, so that's the mash bill on it. And we'll just dive into the nose and the tasting. Woo! Love that hop too. Yep. 14 years. And as always, we'll add a little bit of water to it after we take the first sip straight and see what it's doing.
Take mine on the rock.
See yours on the rocks. This guy. Every time, this guy. God, oh, that's good. All right. Here we go. The smell on it is just delightful.
Yeah.
It has a kind of copper, little dark reddish tone to it.
I think it's kind of like a honey tint.
A honey tint, yeah.
To me, it has a slight smoky taste.
You tasted it already? We're
I
smelling
mean,
right
I smell it.
now. Damn it, Mike! That was good. Okay,
It
smell.
smells smoky.
Smells smoky. Yeah, it does smell kind of
Yeah.
smokier age. It has that with that damp basement smell, tinsel weller smell, whatever you want to call that smell.
Not really heavy damp though.
No, more light and
It's
fizzy.
a light smoky.
It definitely has that smoky sense, but not like the damp basement sense, like when it comes to the older
Yeah.
bottles, you know,
Yeah.
that definitely been sitting and marinating.
It smells a little bit like green apples. I get a green apple smell to it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I don't get that.
Excuse the kid, y'all. Not kids.
We got kids. That's why we drink. We drink when we have kids. No I'm kidding.
I like the smell. It's kind of smoky to me.
Kind of smoky.
Yeah, not quite barbecue smoky, but it's like I don't know, like a smoky cigar room type deal.
Yeah, it's a little thick too. It's kind of thick and viscous. It's got a little bit of legs to
I'm
it.
gonna try to sip.
Let's try a sip. Yeah. Wow,
Okay.
that's sweet, guys.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Like
I just
Almost
a tad,
fruity.
I just a tad bit of smoke, like Mike said.
Almost
Yeah, that is smoke.
Tad bit
Yeah.
of smoke.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's.
I think that comes from the malted barley. The malted barley has kind of a little smoky smell to it. But it's very sweet. The 75% corn gives it really, really sweet.
Okay, that must be what it is because it's sweet, but not quite fruity. But just sweet enough. To me, just sweet enough.
Yeah, I mean it's nice and sweet. It tastes really good. I'm tasting a little bit of like honey and I don't know, like do you still get the apples or the fresh fruits in
I
there?
get like a crisp apple.
Crisp apple. That's what I'm getting. Yeah.
Crisp apple with like a slight light honey on the back palate.
Kind of like a apple cobbler almost, like a cobbler type.
It's more of like not like a baked apple pie, but more like a fresh apple pie. So it's very crispy. It definitely has this little bite to it.
Yeah. A little bit of it, right? Not much.
not heavy, not one that's gonna make you make a face, you know.
Yeah.
Almost no burn on the afterburn.
Yeah.
The burn is about mid-palate.
Yeah.
Mid-palate, I get that little bit of burn, but by the time you
Smooth.
swallow it, it's smooth, it
It's
dissipates,
smooth.
right?
It goes down smooth. You're right. For me, it kind of burned just a cinch in the middle, but going down.
You don't feel that?
You kind of feel like you thought it was gonna burn going down, but it actually
Yeah,
just calmed
you-
down as it went down.
Yeah, when it hit that middle, you thought, oh, this shit's gonna burn, but it didn't.
Yep.
And to me, it's thick. I get like kind of an oily taste
Oh,
to it on my tongue.
Okay.
Just a little bit of, which is good. I mean, it's like a good oil. It almost tastes like a sugar oil caramel syrupy kind of deal.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of caramel.
I feel like it has some type of nut in it with that oil.
Yes.
So that it's like that young oil.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
definitely released from it. So it's getting that coating going
Like
down.
a walnut kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Walnut coating. Yeah.
The refined kind of.
There you
Hey,
Cheers to that.
hey,
Gosh. The smell on it just doesn't go away. It lingers.
hey, kid. It tastes better if it's in a brown paper bag.
In a brown paper bag. Yeah. Put that $300 bottle in a brown paper bag. Right?
Exactly.
Like a true wino.
Oh man, no, it's good though. I like it. I like it.
Mm. Let me stop before I drink it all.
All right.
We'll add a little bit of water. You drop a deal. This is some Kentucky limestone water. Just in case you were wondering what type of water, it's the little Kentucky limestone water you can buy. Just 3 or 4 drops in there. Just kind of open it up.
That smells sweeter. It smells sweeter than what it
It
does.
smells sweeter.
Yeah, that smells sweeter.
Yeah, it
It's
sure
like
does.
a honey caramel.
It does smell different. I don't know what the water
Something
did.
must be wrong with my nose. I can't smell anything now. I've lost everything.
Opens up all the flavors.
Yeah.
There's
Smell right here.
flavors that were originally in it. Yeah.
Maybe it's the cup I have. The cup I have might be the problem. Yeah. So see, I have a tulip shaped cup.
Okay.
I think the cup, too much air is coming into it. If you see the cup I have, it's the one of those tulip cups.
Yes, mine is just right.
Yeah, this is.
I don't know what the water does to it, but it smells sweeter. It
Yeah.
smells.
What it does is that I believe it calms down the alcohol level.
Yeah, it
So you
does.
get to smell the actual flavors that are in it to release.
And it breaks up the ether alcohols that are bonded together and kind of lets it open up.
Okay.
And you can smell.
It's like
some of the-
diffusion and osmosis in some sense.
Yes, exactly. Chemical, yeah.
The chemical
Drink it
release
finally.
is breaking up its structure.
All right now. Drinking and learning. All right.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I like the smell even more now.
Yeah.
Definitely adjusted the taste a little with just those few drops.
Let's see the taste.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's gotten a lot more fruitier.
Mm-hmm.
Tastes a little like I would say a little bit like the Four Roses.
Bring it on.
The Four
Bring it
Roses. Yeah, you can bring it on.
Oh yeah.
It's like the Four Roses.
Do you have something to say?
That's what it tastes like. It's like 4 roses.
Yeah, it tastes like the Four Roses single barrels now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It definitely has that single barrel taste to it.
This is our future president right here.
Right.
Bourbon tasting. This is
Future
Miss
bourbon
Wednesday.
tasting.
Yeah.
She is going to say hello. She says, order in the court. I believe, just for my mommy smells,
See that?
I smell walnut.
You
Isn't that right?
see what's in it? Look at that.
And the taste actually has improved with a little bit of water.
Yeah.
But I kind of like it both ways. I don't really have, like, usually I can definitely say I like it one way versus the other. But on this one, I kind of like it both ways. I wouldn't mind
You
either
know me,
way.
man. I like them straight from the bottom.
Yeah.
I don't like no
I
ice.
like
As
it.
far as like describing like what's in it, I felt the drops definitely released.
Well, yeah, if you really want
Get a
to,
little
if you're
more.
really curious as to what it really tastes like as far as opening up the flavors and stuff, then yeah, you
But
add water.
what I'm gonna go
I'm
order
fine
is not
just
like my
straight on the bottom and sipping,
Right.
but it does taste good out of the way.
Without the water, it tastes good, but to me, with the water, it tastes even better. It's now you mentioned that it had kind of a viscous, heavy mess to it. Without the water, I didn't get that. But with the water, to me, it seems just a tad thicker, heavier. But at the same time, at the same time, it tastes even better. If
Yeah.
that makes sense. It tastes sweeter. It gives it almost a caramel-like texture.
And that's weird because usually the water dilutes it to make it less viscous. It seems like the water added in made it more viscous, which
To me, it is.
it's completely different from what
Yeah.
we're
I think
used
it
to.
adjusted the bite and.
Yeah.
When you added the water,
the value
it
of
took,
the
for me, it took away the
caramelization.
bite.
It took the bite away? Okay.
Even at mid-palate, it took away the bite.
Hmm.
So, kudos to water.
Yeah. William HeavenHill should definitely be drunk with, the 5th edition should definitely be drunk with water. This was barrel number 25, if anybody cares to know. But it was barrel number 25. God, dog. The smell on it is fantastic, man. So what do y'all think? Talk about it a little bit. What do y'all think? Y'all think it was
I
good?
think it's a
Or
good bottle.
I think it was great. I like it.
you like it great?
I like it.
Okay. So out of 10 being the best bourbon you've ever had in your life, 9 or 9.2, or we'll just do 100. We'll do on a 100 scale. 96 being like the best thing you've ever had. It's like God's nectar of the gods. 92 being a really good bourbon that kind of is something that you'd have on a rare occasion. 90 being great bourbon. 80s, anywhere in the 80s, pretty much a good sipping bourbon. 70s being a good mixing bourbon. And anything 60 and below basically being drain pour. Where would you rate this?
I'm gonna say 80s.
An
I'm gonna say
80s?
80s, yeah.
That's a good drink, everyday
It's a
drink?
good drink, yeah, it's a good sipping drink. I'm not gonna put it up there with what we had last time, nowhere. So, I mean, like stuff like your Pappy and Final Reserve, oh yeah, that doesn't even come close, but I'll give it about an 80.
An 80 or an 80, what number an 80?
Probably about 85.
85, 86,
Yeah.
okay.
It's interesting you should say that because that's exactly the number I was thinking. I would give it a strong 85.
Yep.
It's I like it so much that I would
You
actually buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would actually buy it. I like it that much, but I like it even more with the water. It tastes fine by
So with
itself.
the water, you would rate it probably like in the 90s then?
Yeah, but by itself, I would give it a strong 85. I like it. I like the taste, the texture. I mean, it just was not bad. But when you added the water, for me, it took it that much higher. With the water, a strong 90
Okay.
every day.
What about you?
I thought probably about 86, 87. So it definitely isn't up there with my tops, but it's definitely a good drinking one. I don't really think it needs to be mixed with anything. So I don't think it's on that palate, but I think it's definitely,
That's good sipping bourbon.
a good sipping.
Good sipping
I do
bourbon?
agree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think.
Even though I like the way the drops in it, I still would like it neat.
Yeah, and me too. I like with the drops in it, drops of water. I'm kind of torn because both tasted good to me. I would rate this at maybe a 93. Reason why I'd go that high is because when I first took my first sip of this without the water, it was sweet, it was caramely, it was like brown sugary. It was exactly what I like in my palate of bourbon. I don't like ryes, I don't like hot burns, I don't like anything that has a burn to it. This has no burn, so to me this is like the perfect quintessential bourbon. I rate Pappy at like a 94, 93. So this is right up there to me with Pappy. Now Final Reserve, of course, is a different flavor profile because it's a 45-year-old bourbon that's been sitting forever, and I mean it's just flavors coming out. But this to me has good flavor. It has a caramely, very sweet, like you would basically portray HeavenHill. HeavenHill and Brown Foreman are my kind of niche. That's my beatbox. So to me, maybe I'm just a little overindulging it or over adding numbers because I know it came from a HeavenHill product and I love HeavenHill products. I would love to put this up next to another product in a blind tasting, which we might do sometime, and see if it still rates the same for me. But I would put it probably at 93. So we had an 85, you said? 85, 93, 85, and 87. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, it's up there in the really good sipping bourbons. Possibly even one of the better bottle bourbons in my opinion that I've had. Like I said, I've had everything from Pappy to some of the other ones, Jefferson's Reserve, all that good stuff. But this one to me, it has that thick, viscous taste that I like. It sits well. It doesn't give me that back burn. So that adds a couple more points in my value perspective. But to each his own. I think, Keith, do you like rye? Is it, or,
Yeah, like rice.
okay.
Yeah.
So the spiciness is more his profile,
Yeah, I'm okay.
which this one doesn't have very much, spice. It does a little bit on the mid palate, but it doesn't have that rye afterburn. I would love to get John on here to see if see what he thought about this. He probably wouldn't even like this one because he likes more the rye forward. It was 13% rye, right? 12% malted barley, and but 75% corn. So it's more on the thought of Wild Turkey mash bill, Heaven Hill product, which to me that's like heaven in a bottle, because Heaven Hill makes a really good, thick, viscous, syrupy product, just like Brown Foreman, the Old Forester birthday bourbons, everything over 12 years is fantastic with with Brown Foreman. And then to add on the little bit of the burn, the spice, and the taste profile to it, just puts me right where I need to be with the 13% rye and 12% barley to kind of round it out, give it that smoky feel. So if you smoke cigars, would you recommend this as a good drink to smoke with cigars?
Most definitely.
Yeah, I would too. At the 115 proof too, it won't, the cigar won't overpower probably the drink, but we will try that later and we'll let you know. We'll update the
I think they'll
post.
complement one another.
Right, they might compliment one another. So that's our post.
I think it'll definitely pull out the flavors.
Yep, I think it will. And it's got a lot of fruity notes to it too. Like we said, green apple, crisp apple, apple. It's almost like an apple bomb. It's great,
Apple,
but
caramel, and honey.
yeah, caramel apple. I mean, really, that's kind of where it puts me in the mind of. And thick and viscous, so I kind of like that too. Anybody got any other comments?
Yep. If your glass is empty, you're behind.
You're behind. I like what he said. And hey, drink more bourbon, guys. All right, Western Land Bourbon Society. We're about to
Cheers.
head out. Check us out for our next post. All right.